Estamos en el Parque Natural Roca Madre.
We are in the Roca Madre National Park in the Montes de Maria on the Sucre side in the district of La Piche, an indigenous community nestled in the Montes de Maria in the municipality of Tolúviejo.
La Piche es un pueblo
La Piche is a much-loved town, a town rich in silver.
de plata porque
We're a town that exploits a special marble, which is highly coveted by people.
Bueno, la gente de La Piche
The people of La Piche are healthy, beautiful.
linda, es una gente
They are nature lovers,
y eso es algo de lo que
and that is something that is reflected in this project.
en el Parque Natural Roca Madre.
In the Roca Madre National Park, the people of our town are loving, good, hard-working.
trabajadores. Nos dedicamos
Our main activities are agriculture and mining.
la mayoría a la mina.
Y además de eso,
In addition to that, they are people who have significant resilience to what has been the process of violence that we have experienced in this country.
pero que no los ha obligado y que
It has not broken us down, and who for today is a vibrant community, which is projected into the future as a green business, and that they are our best neighbours, allies and best friends.
Roca Madre es para mí
Roca Madre is a very special point for me
porque donde hay tantos animalitos.
because it is a reserve where there are many beautiful animals.
Roca Madre es
Roca Madre, it's like a vision I had one day watching Discovery or all those programs where nature, rocks were seen.
un programa que yo veía que había muchas cosas, muchos cables, muchas rocas.
I said to myself, I have it. How can I make this work?
¿Puedo yo hacer que esto funcione? Yo trabajaba con un amigo de Naciones Unidas.
I worked with a friend from the United Nations and I told him that we are going to walk through Colombia and see what there is. That was 16, 17 years ago. We arrived in Barichara. It was still beginning like their story and I began to look.
Salimos, yo creo que medio Colombia nos recorrimos viendo alternativas.
I think we travelled halfway through Colombia looking for an alternative of how we could make this become a tourist site.
Pero dentro de la naturaleza, porque siempre respeté.
But within nature because I always respected it. When there was no one who talked about carrying,
Decía que lo más importante no es la plata.
the most important thing is not money, but the most important thing is to take care of our main habitat, which is the earth.
Roca Madre es un legado. Es
Roca
un
Madre
legado
is a legacy.
de la
It's the vision
visión
of
de la
Mrs.
señora
Miriam
Miriam
Fadul,
Fadul, que nos ha dado la oportunidad de
who has given us the opportunity to conserve this territory. And we are in 50 hectares of proto-primary forest, pristine forest.
bosque pristino, hoy por hoy con una importancia
Today with an importance in environmental conservation of the area,
en la conservación del agua que ustedes ven nos acompañan.
in the conservation of water that you see accompany us at all times in the park, but also an opportunity to do environmental education, to do tourism in a responsible way,
Y por supuesto para
and of course to begin to face the changes that come our way.
que nos vienen con todo lo que tiene que ver con
Everything that has to do with climatic changes, challenges in food security issues, and others.
estamos en un territorio
We're in a territory that has been conserved for the last 30 years. For 11 years, we have been a natural park of civil society,
parque natural de la sociedad civil como área protegida.
as an area protected, and for several years now, we are a green business part of the program of the Regional Autonomous Corporation of Sucre.
Autónoma Regional de Sucre.
Nosotros decimos,
We say, if our main habitat collapses, what do we do?
se desploma, ¿qué hacemos? La vida se desploma.
Life collapses, and I had this vision of caring.
Porque aquí trabajamos el mármol.
It is an area where marble is worked. My brothers worked with marble. A change had to be made.
hacer un cambio que costó bastante trabajo.
which took a lot of work, and the process was also painful. It was not easy, but we managed to change the marble work,
La marmolería, hacer un proyecto turístico.
make a tourism project, but take care of the environment.
Realmente soy una persona.
I am one of the few people who think that it is good to have a low human resource. To which my children ask me, why don't you like working with so many people? To which I reply, I do not want the environment to be damaged, because you know that human beings, no matter how much one does not want,
Cierto, se cuela cuando pasamos.
we leave it true. It sneaks in when we pass by, and here what I want is for our habitat of animals and nature,
Y la naturaleza, como es un bosque seco, tropical, escaso en el mundo,
such as a scarce tropical dry forest in the world,
y cuidar.
with endemic animals such as the white-faced tamarin,
Me propuse pues
and taking care of all the flora, the fauna that is wonderful here. I decided that this would be what could give to the world.
Hace alrededor de unos 5 o 6 años,
About 5 or 6 years ago, due to the activity that we had been developing within the responsible tourism park. At the beginning, tourism oriented towards adventure themes. Today, tourism with a vocation for nature, well-being.
fuimos incorporados.
We were incorporated into the Green Business Program, have supported us in what has been the deepening of the commercial and business aspect of this alternative.
Comercial y de negocios.
That began as a conservation alternative, but today it is also an economically sustainable alternative.
Económicamente también. Mencionaba hace un momento.
I mentioned a moment ago that we are part of a legacy, of a vision of Doña Miriam Fadul, an environmental leader who understood a long time ago that the world was changing and that her territory was changing, that this was not just what that we saw on TV in California, in Australia, but here it was changing.
Este momento es un momento.
I think that now it is easier, this moment. It is a moment where people are open about climate change because we are already feeling it. They are already telling us, look, California is burning, look, others are flooding. Understand that it is climate change.
Unos países se secan.
Some of the regions are dry, and in others there is a lot of water.
Como ya se siente.
Governments are already taking more alternatives to take care of it.
Como más alternativa a cuidarlo, no lo suficiente realmente.
It really is not enough, but there is already a change in the feeling of the people that is necessary to change it.
Ya es más fácil, pero cuando yo entré aquí.
It is easier, but when I came here, I was the crazy one for a walk, the brute. A brother of mine told me, Miriam.
Un hermano mío me dijo, bueno, Miriam, ¿tú te imaginas que ya no se van a llamar Montes?
Can you imagine that they are not going to be called Montes de Maria anymore, but Montes de Miriam? Told him maybe, but I'm going to take care of it, because I really don't care what they're called, but that's always here.
También hacemos parte de un ecosistema.
On the other hand, we are part of an ecosystem that is at risk, that is in the process of extinction, which is the tropical dry forest. In the country, as you said, around 8% of the forest is maintained. The tropical dry forest, 11 years ago, they decided to conserve this piece of land.
Conservar este pedazo de tierra. ¿Qué tenemos en este pedazo de tierra?
What we have in this piece of land is important to mention. First, we have water conservation. We understood that without water, there could be no life. There could be no biodiversity, but neither could there be human life. Today it is what you see behind me. It's part of the stream that comes from the spring, and that feeds the community of La Piche with water.
Se nos puede secar.
That if we don't take care of this, we could run out, the fauna leaves us, and the whole community suffers.
¿Por qué? Porque si se seca el ojo de agua.
Because the water hole is removed. Where are we going to have water?
Es un es el alimento del pueblo.
Because it is food of the people where I live. Because if this spring dries up, what do we do to drink water?
Va a haber agua por ahí de represa, de arroyitos, por ahí agua mala.
We run the risk of drinking water in poor condition. You were fortunate to know a clean water hole.
¿Por qué? Porque Calzucre viene ahí, cada mes viene Calzucre aquí.
Kasucre comes to visit you every month to see how the water hole is. That's why it's important to take care of it.
Seguramente la Piche tendría problemas.
Today, if it hadn't been for this park, La Piche would surely have problems for its coexistence. It would have problems for its existence due to the lack of water. Besides that, with the water, the animals that had always been here arrived or returned. This place is a place of healing. It is a place to heal wounds from the war conflict,
Inclusive heridas personales.
including personal wounds of the family that occurred in this place, and with the arrival of the monkeys that now we will surely talk more about the monkeys.
Con la llegada de los ocelotes.
With the arrival of the ocelots, with the arrival of foxes, butterflies, thousands of birds. We understood that we were helping to heal this piece of land, and it is our contribution to this climate change, and it is our commitment to maintain it for many more years.
A mí aquí en Roca Madre, cuando
Here in Roca Madre, when Jose calls me Ruben,
y el día que no hay,
that there is a guide needed, I introduce myself. In a day there are no people to take a tour, Ruben tells me I need you to work in the park.
bueno, el recorrido que nosotros hicimos de todos estos días,
The tour that we do is done in one day, since we are fortunate to find animals, like the spider monkey for example.
por ejemplo, el mono araña ese, eso no es tan fácil.
It is not so easy. You notice the sacrifice that was made yesterday to focus on it.
Y el especetiti no, porque
Normally we can see them in the sticks since they always go down there.
los machines,
That's why I told you, boys, get your cameras ready, because the titi monkey is out there.
y yo siempre como estaba pendiente de eso.
And
Allá
that's why we
almorcé,
surprised him, and another
y se me
reason is
metió el
because we were
presentimiento y digo,
inside
ya
the
había los
forest.
palos de mamón aquí,
Unfortunately, we
ellos siempre
found him.
bajan ahí. Bueno, la verdad que así como ustedes me vean a mí,
Just as you see me here, I am capable of walking between 500 and 1,500 meters in a day.
hasta 1500 metros, como lo he hecho. Encontramos la caminada de nosotros, que es lo importante.
As I have done, the important thing about coming here is to walk, to know what you did not know. The caves are very nice, beautiful.
Son muy lindas, bellas. Como ustedes pueden ver, vieron un murciélago.
As you could see, they saw a spat, a spider, but I think they didn't focus very well, cockroaches. My ancestors said that the sea passed through this area a long time ago.
Por ahí pasó el mar, pero hace muchísimo tiempo.
En realidad es un trabajo de tiempo y de compromiso.
In reality, it's a job of time and commitment. We have witnessed that people have the heart and have the understanding to do it.
Para hacerlo, pero claramente educar es
Educating is a process that does not happen automatically from the beginning.
un comienzo desde hace más o menos 11, 12 años.
For more or less 11 to 12 years that we started this project, we decided to bet on working with the community, with the closest community, with La Piche. At that moment, we decided to bet that they would be part of this project.
Nuestros guías son parte de la comunidad.
Today you see our guides are part of the community. Some of them started this process when they were 13 or 14 years old, and today they are guides, ornithologists, bird watchers of this park. But today we know that has to continue,
Y es por eso que venimos abriendo
and that is why we have been operating environmental education schools for children, in principle in the communities. We have not only in La Piche, but in neighbouring communities. We have been opening in Macahan, a neighbouring community, in Rincon del Mar, a community in which we are also affectionate, and we understand the importance of each. And we understand the importance of other ecosystems such as mangroves, and we know that bedding with children is the bet that gives the most credits. In addition to that, we are opening environmental schools with children from outside the community.
aquí niños de Bogotá, de Medellín.
And that is why we want to have children here from Bogotá, Medellín, hopefully from abroad as well, so that they receive this learning from nature, from the people who take care of nature, by example, and not just by discourse.
Yo creo que hemos hecho un buen trabajo.
I think we have done a good job, because the people of the region already know how to take care of the park,
Parque y cuidan ya su tierra.
and they already take care of their land. The people of La Piche, we are training them.
Y hoy en día, bueno,
It took me a little work to educate, and it's not easy.
pero bueno, aquí estamos.
Here we are, and the people understood it, and today they take care of it, love it, and value what they have.
Para mí es importante Roca Madre.
For me, Roca Madre is important, because as Doña Miriam said, if she had not continued with her dream, Roca Madre would not exist,
Porque esto estuviera destruido.
because it would have been destroyed. But since she was a person with vision, she fought with the people of the community.
Ecosistema significa conservar la comunidad.
Preserving the ecosystem means conserving the community, its culture. It means worrying about their physical and mental health, economic well-being, and that is why our commitment has been with them.
Este parque no es solamente un bosque donde nada pasa, por el contrario es un bosque
This park is not just a forest where nothing happens. On the contrary, it is a forest where many things happen, because the inhabitants are part of them. Ruben, Nika, Margelis, a captain of the young indigenous Cabildo, is part of those new leaders that are born from the green, that actually cross those borders. Today they are our best allies. They are part of our group of tour guides, of our tourism chain, and we see them as green businesses as well.
Vemos a ellos como negocios verdes también, negocios que tienen que empezar a surgir.
Businesses that have to start to emerge around this larger business opportunity that we have in Roca Madre.
Los negocios verdes pagan.
Green businesses pay. Actually, they are the best bet we can make. They pay in the short term because it is a responsible tourism business. Well done.
Responsable, bien hecho, el turismo sostenible.
Sustainable tourism is one of the activities with the highest economic growth. They pay in the medium term because we see the communities grow.
Comunidades vemos construir lazos.
We see the building of ties of sustainability in the communities, and they pay in the long term
Porque esta biodiversidad va a estar presente.
because this biodiversity will be present when we are no longer present, and is part of the legacy that we want to leave and that we can leave to the communities. Being a green business is being a business. We understood it, that we were a conservation park, but in addition to that, we had to have an environmental, social and economic impact for ourselves and the residents.
Y los pobladores.
Si somos inteligentes, tenemos que empezar a cuidar la tierra.
If we are intelligent, we have to start taking care of the earth. That is common sense, intelligence. We must preserve nature, take care of it. The environment is the priority.
Lo que prioridad, que los plásticos, que toda esa cosa que hacen.
And all those elements that do harm must be used responsibly. They should not be thrown on the ground. And that as far as we can, we do not use things that can harm the earth.
Debemos educarnos a que cada día
We We must educate ourselves so that every day we use things that do not pollute, that do not do so much damage to the earth, and take care of it.
Cuidarlo. Este es nuestro hábitat. Si nuestra...
This is our habitat. I say that the earth takes care of itself and it defends itself.
Que nosotros somos unos seres que estamos sobre ella.
That we are beings that are on top of it. And if it feels like it when we sees that, they are attacking it. It moves and we all fall to the ground.
A cuidarla. Hago
I take care of it. I do the call to be intelligent, to take care of the earth, to train people. In schools, children are encouraged to plant trees, to do all the good that the earth needs.
hacerle todo el bien que la tierra necesita.
La mayor satisfacción que me ha dado mi Roca Madre.
The greatest satisfaction that my Roca Madre has given me are its landscapes, its little animals. I repeat it again.
Yo siento como una alegría.
Because you go to other places and cannot find it. It gives me joy with me when I hear the little birds sing. It gives me joy when I hear the little birds sing. I stop to admire the howlers with their noise.
Y los tití con su bullita que entretienen a uno.
The titi with their little fights that entertain you, and the marimonda also by throwing sticks at you. They already know.
No dejan ser de mico, así es.
Rocamadre es...
Rocamadre is the heart of the most precious rock we have.
Rocamadre es el legado.
Rocamadre is the legacy of that visionary who 30 years ago decided to bet on this, and is the legacy that each one of those who can come.
Mi corazón.
My heart. Rocamadre is the heart of my life because here I saw my father and my family work.
Vi los procesos dolorosos.
I saw the painful processes and also the glorious. I say that this is my heart.